observe? Is there a better spot you prefer me to sit?
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and work our way into an upright seated position on your mat. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. And cross your legs. Feel free to sit on a block if that helps to elevate your hips and bring your pelvis a little more level. So you do want to feel like you're sitting on top of those little pointy bones at the bottom of your bum, your sits bones. And take a moment just to let your chin slightly drop forward towards your chest. And at the same time that you do that, feel your shoulders relaxing down your back. And you should feel a nice little stretch through the back of your neck. And then very gently let your right ear roll over to your right shoulder. Maybe make that left shoulder head pull slightly back. So again, you get a nice stretch now through the left side of your neck. And without feeling as though you have to dump your head way back, just sort of roll gently back a little bit through center until you come all the way over to the other side where your left ear is dropping down towards your left shoulder. And again, maybe your right shoulder head this time pulls slightly back so you feel that nice stretch. It might even go down into your right arm a little bit, and that's all good, freeing up some of the tension that we all build up. And then slowly let the head roll back to hanging forward so you have that weight of the chin down towards your breastbone. And then very gently just roll and bring that head back up. And a couple shoulder rolls over, back and down. And just like you did when your ear dropped to the side, feel like your shoulder heads kind of sit just a tiny bit back. Let the heart be lifting up towards the head, but the chin just easy and level. And close your eyes if you haven't already. Soften the base of your tongue so that you start to open up the channel for breathing. And allow yourself to journey inward to explore deepening the breath, feeling some more space, literally space created as you expand fuller through the inhale. And as you exhale, remember the muscles of exhalation are your abdominal muscles. So way down just above your pubic bone, those abdominal muscles should be drawing in and back, and maybe a slight sense of lifting up then. But then they have to release on the inhale to have space for your diaphragm to drop. So you'll often hear me say big belly breath. And what that means is if you think about letting your belly expand on the inhale, your diaphragm will drop as well. But then as you exhale, those abs draw back and in, and you'll notice that that is helping to force the air out, and that's also exercising your diaphragm to contract up. A few more breaths. The heart and soul of your practice starts with good breathing. So if you are averse to exploring the breath, maybe that's a sign that there's some aversion to going deeper and exploring in your practice and your movement as well. And now with the eyes still closed, inhale and reach your arms all the way up overhead and pause here, interlace your fingers and turn and press your palms to the sky. So as you turn and press the palms to the sky, the fingers interlaced, think about how you can pull the shoulder blades down the back. Maybe lift what I call move your back heart to your front heart. So what that means is that upper middle back, that spine, feel like it sinks in to push your breastbone out. And as you do that and you pull the shoulder blades down and you press the palms up and the elbows try to straighten, boy, everything in the upper body is getting a good stretch. Big inhale, lift up a little more. Exhale, release the hands and bow forward, out and over to the floor in front of you. Let the spine round and drop over. Start to bow down humbly. You come to your mat with a sense of wonderment, the beginner mind, the openness to explore, to feel, to play, to move, to breathe. So whatever you walked in the room with is an expectation for what should happen, what you expect to feel, set it aside. Let this unfold exactly as it's meant to for you tonight. And then go ahead and as you pause here for the last moment, turn your palms up to the sky, taking a moment to remember that this is a practice. This brings us all together into a sense of oneness. We offer out a blessing, an image, a thought for someone else in the world, making that spiritual, loving connection that joins us back into the universe of mankind. All is one. Turn the palms over. Go ahead and slowly round your body back up. Place your hands on your knees, gently wherever you want. And as you take an inhale, feel like you lift up a little bit of saggy cow feeling, lifting your heart up to the sky. And as you exhale, round back, drop the chin, angry cat, rounded spine, belly in. Inhale, up and through to saggy cow, shoulder heads back, heart up. Exhale, round to angry cat, curl the body. 2 more, inhale. Sequentially flowing up the body, moving as water moves. Exhale, liquid rounding and melting. 1 more, inhale. How's that breath starting to build? Exhale. And come back up to a straight spine now. Hands to prayer at heart center. So we use the hands at prayer as the mudra. Mudra is a connection we make to recirculate energy and to give us a mindful focus. And we join together, creating the eternal sound of the Om. So deep, full inhale. And go ahead and open your eyes and work your way to downward facing dog on your mat. Take a moment when you're there to not get rigid and hard, that linear pushing into downward dog, but move the knees around. Bend and lift the heels. Flex through the toe joints. Give a little bit of an elbow bend. Ripple and round to plank and move back. Any movement that is, again, moving is transitioning like water. Once we get ready to hold a steady pose, then we'll have plenty of time to expand and stretch and lift and open. But how do you arrive at that pose that you're holding has everything to do with how liquid and free moving you were till you got to the holding moment. Your joints will naturally set up their alignment, and you don't have to do so much trying to figure it out. Take a few breaths now, holding downward dog, and just tap into what do you feel. Not with judgment, not with criticism, not with competition, what you think the person beside you is doing, but right here, right now, in you, what do you notice? Where is it challenging you already? Where is it easy, right? And notice that so that later on in practice, when we're in a downward dog, you can see if it's any different. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Go ahead and inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, hips back over the heels. So you're just in a bent knee, lifted heel, downward dog, crouching dog, hidden dragon. Whew. Inhale, lift the hips, sink the heels and lower down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hips, and exhale, lower the heels. Beautiful. 1 more. Heels up, and the knees bent. The hips are still sinking back as the knees bend. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, and lower the heels. Good. Walk your feet forward to your hands so you're towards the head of the mat. Grab opposite elbows and sway a little bit right and left. Get that ragdoll motion going. You'll feel a little sideline stretch. You'll feel some low back movement here. Again, probably most of your day got you pretty hard and concrete-like, so find the liquid. Whew, the flowing nature of your being. Release the hands down. Take a wider stance with your feet. Side edge of your feet parallel. Let's come down to a deep knee bend. Yes, indeed. So we're trying to make our back parallel to the floor. Okay, I'm trying to have a little bit of my heart reaching forward. And I'm bending and sinking in the back of my knee, fold softly, as much as my groin crease is folding and reaching back. I'm feeling like I'm just in a soft, springy place. Maybe your quads are telling you they're not so soft and springy yet. So keep breathing and just feeling the ever so subtle little maybe shift or move, saying to those muscles, come on, stop clenching. This is where I learn to be liquid. This is where I learn to be fluid and actually get stronger, more stamina, more ability to move in a greater range of motion. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, hands on the shins and wave-like motion up and out to a flat back. Low back to extend the heart out. Bend the knees deeply, hands down. Inhale. Exhale, wave up and out through the back. Halfway lift, flat back. Knees will straighten a little more as you come up. Deeply bend the knees, belly breath, inhale. Exhale, abs lift up through the back to wave up and out through the heart. Inhale, deep knee bend. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold your high push-up. Big inhale. Exhale, lower to the floor. Good. Inhale through your cobra. Open up the heart. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, go to child's pose, and let's all return to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Step your big toes together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your heels and bend your knees like we did before. Exhale, as you straighten your knees, lift your right leg in the air as you straighten your knees. Good. Left heel is still up. That's actively lifting your left inner thigh up. So as high as you can bring that heel up, there you go. 2 more breaths. Start to wake up the legs on the inside. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, lower the foot, lower both heels. Good. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees again. Exhale, straighten the knees as the left leg comes into the air. The right heel is still up. 3 breaths here. Both inner thighs drawing up and in, up and in, up and in. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Lower the left foot, lower the heels. Here we go. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees and elbows. Exhale, straighten elbows and knees and lower the heels. Good. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees and elbows. Round forward out to plank. Ripple and round through your back, extend it out. Big inhale, flat back and plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, lift for cobra. Try to move the back heart, that upper back forward into the front heart. Exhale, lower. Curl your toes, pull your belly and knees in, push to plank, or stay on your knees and push up, and then fold to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the heels, or lift the heels, bend the knees and elbows. Exhale, straighten all 4 joints, right leg in the air. Left heel is still up. Inhale, bend the 4 joints again. Step the right foot through to a lunge and exhale. Back knee bends, up to crescent lunge. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, arms to T. Good. Inhale, straighten the front knee and the back knee up. Back heel still up. Exhale, bend the knee, left heel still up. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, heels up, bend the knees and elbows. Exhale, straighten the joints as the left leg comes up. Good. Inhale, bend all 4 joints again. Step the left foot through to a lunge. Back knee softens down. Inhale, up to crescent lunge. Exhale, arms to T. Here we go. Inhale, knees straighten, arms up. Exhale, deepen, both knees bend. Inhale, they straighten. Exhale, they bend. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Good breath up. Exhale, lower. Hands down. Inhale, step to plank. This time, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Oh, let's get the breath. Woo. So nice to feel your muscles right off the bat. 2 more. Last breath. Beautiful. Adding on. Inhale, heels up, knees and elbows bend. Exhale, they all straighten as the right leg lifts up. Inhale, bend them again. Step the right foot through to a lunge. Exhale. Good. Now inhale, stretch your heart forward here. Exhale, bend the back knee just above the mat. Slowly bring your body up and arms overhead. Now I'm hovering that left knee. Tailbone is dropping. 3 breaths here. 2 more. Awesome. 1 more breath. Both knees straighten. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend the front knee. Lean over, hands to the mat. Open the chest and straighten the right knee back, but keep that left heel elevated. So that's still actively lifting through the inner thighs. That'll keep your belly lifting in and up. And you should feel a really nice stretch through the back of your right calf and right hamstring. Couple breaths. Awesome. 2 more. Last full breath. Keeping the left heel up. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, step to plank. Beautiful. Big inhale and plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Good. Inhale, lift to cobra. Now hold your cobra. So in cobra, my shoulder heads are back. My elbows are not to the side. They're hugging in by my ribs. My back upper body is pushing forward to open up my front upper body. I'm using these things called your tricep muscles a lot. That's why the elbows are bent, because the elbows are straight. You're on the bones, you're not on the muscles. Big inhale. Exhale, lower down. Woo, pull your belly and ribs in. Curl your toes, push up to a plank, or push up on your knees. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees and elbows. Exhale, straighten the joints, left leg in the air, keeping the right heel up. Inhale, bend all 4 joints again. Left foot steps through to a lunge. Good. Inhale, reach your heart forward, hands still down. Exhale, bend the right knee, hover it above the floor. Slowly bring your body up, bring your arms up overhead. Leveling those hips, pausing, hovering, and breathing. Two more. One more breath. Both knees straighten. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Front knee bends. Lean forward, hands to the floor. Back heel is still up. Straighten the left knee as much as you can. And keep lifting up through both inner thighs. Notice how pulling up through the left inner thigh helps to create the stretch through the left calf and hamstring, instead of just jamming the knee back. Check the breathing, full and deep. That's what's helping you explore the work from the inside out. Left knee as straight as you can for 2 more breaths. Good. Rebend the left knee. Step the right foot forward beside the left and come into your deep knee bend again. Remember that? Knees are bending nice and deep. Fingertips are on the floor. Good. Inhale to cactus arms, 90-degree elbow bend. Exhale, up 2 inches, arms out. Inhale, sink, elbows bend, knees bend. Exhale, up 2 inches out. Inhale to sink. Exhale to lift. Inhale to sink. Exhale to lift. Inhale to sink. Exhale to lift. Inhale. I'm right here with you. Exhale to lift. Inhale, sink and pause. Exhale. 3 breaths. Nobody emailed me that this was Quad Tuesday. I wouldn't have showed up. One more breath. Good. Hands down, forward fold. Woo. Beautiful. Go ahead and inhale, wave up and out, halfway lift, hands on the floor of the shins. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale, step to plank. Fold to downward facing dog. Take some breaths here. So remember, if you're not sure the distance of hands and feet away from each other in downward dog, come to your plank, your high push-up position, and then simply fold your hips back. That's the distance of hands and feet. Sometimes we have a tendency to bring our feet too close forward just so we can feel we're standing on our legs with our heels down. One more breath. So why we're doing all this elbow bending and knee bending is because that becomes the accelerant to help us pick up our limbs and move them. We're using the natural laws of energy. Inhale, heels up, knees and elbows bend. Exhale, pick the right leg up as you straighten the four joints. Inhale, bend the four joints, right foot steps through to a lunge, exhale. Inhale, stretch your heart forward, exhale up to crescent lunge, let the back knee bend a little, bring the arms up overhead. Inhale, straighten both knees all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Knee bends in the front, left elbow across the right thigh. Taking a prayer twist. Back knee straightens, back heel is still up like it was the whole time. So the legs are already set up for any lunge pose you do then. Think about that back heart moving forward and through to the front heart. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Hands down. Take a quarter turn to the left, bringing your left heel in and down, feet wide apart and parallel, facing the side of the room that I'm in. Deep knee bend and a little side-to-side ninja lunges, waking up those inner thighs. As you move through the center, both knees are bent, so you're never in both knees straight and then bend to lunge. Keep a nice low, kind of a stealthy hover, right? I think of ninjas being stealthy. As I'm moving with my spine parallel to the mat, come into the center, inhale, arms out to T, and pause. So we're sinking back in those hip flexors again. We're softening into the knee joint. I'm doing everything I possibly can to tell my muscles to relax. Well, why would I do that, Briala? They need to hold me here. Because if they're clenching, they're way overworking. You're stopping your body from moving. You are way stronger when your tissue can move you. 2 more breaths. How's that deep knee bend? Some of you look like you're in a semi-deep knee bend. Kind of a baby deep knee bend. Good. Hands down. Lift your hips forward, fold. Woo! Beautiful. Take another breath. All right. We're going to add movement to that now. Let's go ahead. Rebend the knee. Bring the chest out. Right? Arms hanging to the floor now. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let your body round all the way up. Arms overhead, open them to T. Turn your right foot forward, turn your left heel back, and you're inside warrior. How did I arrive here? Inhale, straighten the arms, bring them up, straighten the front knee. Exhale, bend and open the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. 1 more time up. And exhale, bend. Beautiful. Bring your left hand behind your sacrum. Take your right arm across your chest to your left shoulder head. Keep in your side warrior now, head turning to the right. Take some breaths. Good. 2 more. Feel the lift through your inner thighs, the back foot arch. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale as you bend the right knee, side bend left, reverse warrior, hands stay as they are. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Now turn your heart forward. Exhale, bend the front knee, turn to the left and reverse warrior, side bend left. Inhale, right knee straightens, turn your chest forward. Exhale, bend and side bend and hold. So again, all that motion is getting your body liquid. So when you get into the pose and you hold it, you're not already rigid. You get to explore expansion. How's the breathing? That'll expand you better than anything. Last 2 breaths. Now, hold here, but inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, come up to standing. Keep the left hand behind. Lean and reach all the way out like you're going to go into side angle pose. Your right knee is still bent. Your left hand's still behind your back. Feel that length through the right rib. Now take that right arm inside the right knee. And now you can release the left arm to the sky. So there's way more sense of control moving into and out of poses if we take out the momentum, we take out the flinging. And certainly we have a sense of flowing tissue and energy and breath. Last 2. Good. Look down, hands down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, back bend of choice with control to downward facing dog. Woo. So sometimes letting go of our muscles and their over-controlling tendencies means a little bit of trust. Wow, trust. Trust that my body will support me? I guarantee it will. Give it a chance. Here we go. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the elbows and knees. Exhale, left leg in the air as the joints straighten. Inhale, bend all 4 joints. Left foot steps through to a lunge. Exhale. Go ahead and inhale, reach the heart forward, and exhale up to crescent lunge. Arms all the way up overhead. Inhale, straighten the front knee, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, front knee bends, lean forward, and right elbow across the left thigh. Straighten the back knee, check the right heel is up. Remember, the higher the heel, the more you're drawing up and actively using your core. The more you hang back in that ankle and heel, the more you're just hanging in the joints. Last 2 breaths. 1 more. Beautiful. Hands to the mat. Quarter turn to the right now. Bring your feet wide apart in parallel. Bend the knees. Find your ninja lunges left and right. So deep knee bend. Right? As you come through the center and your chest is a little out, again, you're really in that bend. But don't turn onto the heel of the foot you're coming away from, and don't lose the outer edge of the contact of that foot, because that's not stretching your inner thighs. That's just letting your form get lost along the way. 2 more breaths, back and forth. Feet in parallel, body parallel. 1 more. So fold over a little more. Now come to center. Find the combination of your knees bending, your feet in parallel, and you're sinking back in your hips so your booty's not down. Your booty is sticking your sits bones out behind you. So if you look at me, see how my sits bones are back? Good. And inhale, bring the arms out to T once again. So you might think, oh, she's just torturing us today. Oh, and maybe you think that every time you come to my class. But really, I'm not. I'm giving your quads a chance to have your nervous system teach them how to stop clenching. Because guess what? If I kept you here for about 3 minutes, I guarantee you those muscles would get fatigued because they can't clench for 3 minutes. So eventually they'd have to let go. But I'm assuming you want to do it less than 3 minutes. 2 more breaths. Knee bends, hip fold, 1 more. Hands down, lift your hips, fold. Nice. While we're here, let's go ahead and walk the fingers out and hook the toes with the peace fingers. Excuse me. Make sure again that you're not turning your toes out. For number 1, you're moving your feet farther away from your hands, but number 2, you're changing the muscle pattern that you're working here. Now inhale, bend your knees, bring your heart forward. Keep your heart forward, but start to lift your booty up by lifting your inner thighs up. There's your hamstring stretch. If you're going to fold over, keep that back heart moving forward to the front heart. That state keeps you out of that watermelon back. But this is all about finding the lift of the inner thighs once again. Because everything we do, we want to be on our deep core line, not compressing in the outer body any more than we already have. Last 2 breaths. You guys look great. And 1 more. Slowly unhook the toes, walk the hands under the shoulders, and let's come back to that deep knee bend. Here we go. We're going to come up to warrior 2 again. So inhale, belly breath. Exhale as the abs draw in. Start to bring your spine up, your body up, arms overhead. Turn the arms to T, left foot forward, right heel back, left knee bends, side warrior. Inhale, straighten the front knee, arms up. Exhale, bend into side warrior, arms out. Inhale, straighten and lift arms up. Exhale, front knee bend, arms out. 1 more. Inhale, straighten the lift up. Exhale, bend. Now let's go ahead and take the right hand behind the sacrum. Left hand across the chest to the right shoulder head. Keep your heart squared to the right, but turn your head to the left so you get that nice stretch through the neck muscles. Breathe. So what can you do here to enhance your pose? Maybe you can think about anchoring the outer edge of your right foot. Maybe lift the arch of the right foot up through the inner right knee, through the inner right groin. 1 more breath. Awesome. Keeping the hands as they are. Let's go ahead and inhale. Straighten the left knee and side bend to the right. Feel that side bend here. Good. Now go ahead and bring your body up. Turn your ribs forward. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the left knee and side bend right like a reverse warrior now. Inhale. Left knee straightens. Turn the ribs front. Exhale. Bend. Turn to the side. Side bend. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Up and twist to the front and take it over. And pause. Your reverse warrior now. Right hand is at the sacrum, or it can even come behind and a little bit behind the left hip. You're taking that lifted inner right knee up to the groin, but yet you're deepening that left knee bend to wherever it's appropriate. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Good. Stay here. Left arm up to the sky. Now inhale, bring your body upright. Lean and reach forward over the left thigh, but don't go down with the arm yet. Get that angling of the hips, reaching the left arm front. Right hand stays behind the back. Now left arm inside the leg and right arm to the sky for side angle pose. And again, wherever that left hand is, whether it's on the thigh or the floor, I always say this isn't a place to park yourself in your comfort zone leaning. So keep the contact of what you have, but pull the armpit up away from that contact. Again, where your strength is in your expansion. Hanging out and parking is hanging out and parking. 2 more breaths. Nice. 1 more. Look down, hands down. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Woo. Cobra or up dog, back bend of choice. Downward facing dog. And some of you are going, wow, so far it's been really easy. So let me offer you a little... What? I thought somebody said that out loud. Didn't somebody say that out loud? I thought you did. Well, in case, here's an option for you. Go ahead and come down onto your right forearm. Good. And then go ahead and lift your left leg in the air. Bend that left knee and take a little twist to the hip as you come up on the left finger pads. Left finger pads. Left finger pads. Right forearm down. So you're in a little bit of a half dolphin here. 2 more breaths. It's an option. You don't have to take it. Beautiful. Level the foot. Return to downward dog. Mindfully, mindfully, mindfully. Woo. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees and elbows. Exhale, round forward to plank. Curling to extend out to a flat back plank. Knees straighten, elbows straighten. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, halfway to the mat. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, halfway to the mat. Inhale up, downward facing dog. Exhale. Beautiful. Step your big toes together. Inhale, lift both heels, bend the knees and elbows. Exhale, right leg in the air as the knees straighten. Inhale, bend all four joints again. Step the right foot through to a lunge as you exhale. Beautiful. Go ahead and inhale, extend the heart. Drop the back knee a little. Exhale, up to crescent lunge once again. Inhale, go ahead and open the arms to T, and let's take a little twist to the right now so that the ribs turn. The arms are still parallel to the floor in T position. You're feeling the rotation through your ribs. Gorgeous. Right hand to the back of the left thigh, left arm to the sky. And feel free to take that back heart forward into the front heart a little more. So you're actually doing a little bit of an upper body back bend, if you want, but you're still rotating your ribs to the right. There you go. I know the whole balance thing is hard, isn't it? She's like, yes, as my knee comes to the mat. 2 more breaths. You could easily do this with the left knee on the mat if you feel the balance is better. 1 more breath. Now stay in your twist to the right. Inhale, open your arms to T. Exhale, lean and reach forward. Left hand on the mat inside the right foot. Pause there. Float the back leg in the air. Come to standing into revolved half moon pose. Whew, whew. Something has to be going on good when I'm hearing whew. So you're still revolving your ribs to the right. Fingertips are down. Left armpit's pulling up away from your fingertips. Both inner thighs are pulling up to center. Yes, all that's happening. 2 more breaths. Right hand to the floor. Hold here. Inhale, stretch your heart out. Exhale, bend both knees. Bring that left knee to nose. Inhale, straighten both knees. Heart out, leg back. Exhale, bend both knees, knee to nose. 1 more inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Set that left foot beside the right. Forward fold over and down. Woo. Inhale, take a big belly breath as you bend the knees. Exhale, wave up and out, halfway lift. Knees will straighten more, chest extends out. My spine is halfway lifted in a flat back. Inhale, bend my knees, and now I get to come to chair pose. Yay, because I've warmed up my quads so nicely. Chair pose will feel delicious. Maybe we should call it delightful pose. Delicious, delightful, delovely. 3 more breaths in delicious pose. Back heart to front. 2 more. Beautiful. Inhale all the way up, arms up overhead, tall spine. Exhale, right arm to outer right thigh. Take a side bend over. Let your hips move to the left, even though you're lifting your ribs up and over to the right. So you're trying to be off center, creating a big stretch through that left sideline. And hips to center, body center, arms up. And other side, left arm outer left thigh. Belly in so the tailbone drops, and the side right hip pushing right, but the right ribs coming up and over to take your upper body to the left. Inhale back up to tall arms overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer, deep knee bend, flat back forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, belly breath with a deep knee bend. Exhale, wave up and out, halfway lifted, flat back, knees straighten, heart extends out. Inhale, bend the knees, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog with control. When you go to downward dog, pull your abs and belly in to take you up and back to downward dog. And inhale, heels up, knees bend, elbows bend. And exhale, left leg lifts as the joints straighten. That's your springboard up. Inhale, bend the joints again. Left foot through to your lunge. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring the heart out. Inhale, back knee bends all the way up to crescent lunge. Exhale, arms to T. Now we're going to rotate the ribs to the left so the right arm is forward, the left arm is back. Again, where are you clenching? Maybe pick up the right heel a little bit more away from the floor and relax the tailbone down a little bit. Maybe that stops a clench somewhere because it just lets your body be easier in position. I don't know, play with it. Left hand to the back of the right thigh, right arm to the sky. Now you can stay here, you're in your rotation left, or you can add a little element of, oh, okay, so I'm going to lift up and twist, and then I'm going to do a little upper body back bend over. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Stay there. Open your arms to T in your revolve. Twist here. Look to the right hand. Inhale. Lean and reach out. Right hand inside left foot. Float the right leg in the air, lifting up into that revolved half moon pose. Thinking about keeping the right armpit pulling up away from the right hand. 3 breaths. And left hand down. Pause here. Inhale, stretch the heart out. Exhale, knee to nose. Left knee bends. Inhale, extend, straighten. Exhale, knee to nose. That's where you flow and get liquid. Inhale, flow through the liquid to get long and reaching. Exhale, knee to nose. Set the foot down and take a deep forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, sweeping up to chair pose one more time. And again, 3 breaths here. Oh, that's right. It's not chair pose, it's delightful pose. 2 more. Last one. Straighten the knees, come to standing inhale, all the way up, open up. And again, hands to prayer, deep knee bend, flat back forward fold. Belly breath, inhale. Exhale, wave up and out, halfway lift, extend the spine forward. Bend the knees, inhale, right foot back to a lunge. Exhale, left foot joins it in plank. Inhale, right knee to nose in plank. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, left knee to nose in plank. Exhale, step it back. Right knee to nose, armpits see over wrists the whole time, step it back. Left knee to nose in plank. Step it back. Big inhale. Exhale, lower to the floor. Oh, I bet you're happy I didn't say chaturanga, aren't you? I knew it. Interlace your fingers behind your backs. Point your index fingers to the wall behind you. Okay, so as you belly breathe here and inhale, you should feel it rock your sits bones under the smile of your butt. Exhale, as your abs draw in, it starts to lift your upper body up and coming into locust pose. Feel free to add the legs if you want, or work to anchor your sits bones under the smile, because that's what's helping you rock up here. Back heart to front heart, really big open front body. 2 more breaths. 1 more, and lower down. Hands by your ribs, moving back to child's pose. But don't get too comfy, sorry. It's like a little mini vacation. You know when you have that 3-day weekend and you're like, that just went way too fast? That's kind of what this is. Inhale, sit up on your heels. See, that went way too fast. Way too fast. Arms overhead, tall spine. Exhale, right hand down outside right hip. Take a side bend over. Good. Back up to tall. Lift up. And other way. Take a side bend to the left. Inhale up, this time up onto the thighs. Exhale, side bend to the right. Good, back up to tall. And side bend to the left. Good, inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, down and over. Inhale, round your body up. Come all the way up to standing on the thighs, arms up overhead. And exhale, right hand to the back right heel, half camel pose. Back heart to front heart again, looking down and over to that left or right heel, Really thinking of keeping that back upper spine pushing up and forward. Right arm forward and up. I'm reversing you guys. Inhale up and left hand to left heel. Again, I'm trying to really keep the presence of my heart up so I don't have to lean way back. I'm back bending my upper body to get me down to that heel. Left arm forward and up, big inhale. Exhale, bowing forward, arms out, folding over. Inhale, round all the way up, all the way again, arms up overhead. And exhale, both hands back. Feel free to come up onto the balls of the feet if that brings you taller and higher, but you're going into camel pose. Again, I'm thinking pull my armpits up away from my fingers, lift my upper back spine through my body to my upper breastbone. I'm trying to stay as uncompressed in my low back as I can. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Slowly go ahead and release, lifting back heart to front. Inhale up. Exhale, untuck your toes. Child's pose, arms back by your hips this time. Bow your head down and over. Taking some breaths. Two more. Slowly come up, hands forward, and find your way to downward dog. And once again, maybe pedal the knees back and forth for a second. Then come into more of a steady held downward dog. And that doesn't mean the knees have to perfectly straighten. Remember, you're better off having a little knee bend if it keeps your hips shifting back than trying to straighten your knees. Guess what that means? You're just trying to really stand on your bones and not get your muscles moving you any deeper. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees and elbows. Exhale, right leg in the air as the joints straighten, but the left heel's still up. Now stay there, bend that right knee. Take a little twist open of the hip. Feel that nice big twisted hip. Feel the lift through the left inner thigh. This is going to serve you well in where we're going. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and inhale, level the hip, keep the left heel up. Exhale, round to plank, right knee to nose. Inhale up, take your twisted dog, left heel stays up. Exhale forward, right knee to right, tricep in plank. Oh yeah, that's way up outside there. Inhale up and back, take your twist. Exhale forward, right knee across the left tricep in plank. Inhale all the way up and open. Now pause, flip your dog. Right foot up and over, right arm to the sky, reaching up. Again, feel that back heart pushing through to the front heart. Feel the left armpit pulling up away from the left hand into the body. 2 more breaths. Now, with the arms overhead, bring the right arm up, watch the hand flip back to the floor. Inhale, one-legged dog, left heel up, right leg in the air. Exhale, round forward to plank, knee to nose, and pause. Here we go. Right hand a little to the center of the mat. Turn the left heel down, and we're coming into side one-arm plank, right knee hovering in the air, or put the right foot outside the left knee. Think about lifting the right hip up into the left outer hip. The back heart into the front heart. The right armpit up away from the right hand. One more breath. Left hand down, turn to center, pigeon pose, right knee down. Wasn't that like an awesome way to get into pigeon pose? Like, wasn't that awesome? Like, cool, I like that. Not just, oh, I'll go to pigeon. It's like, do this and flip there and do this. Now we get to enjoy pigeon, right? So bring your body up for me. So I know some of us have already collapsed to the floor. Let's come back up for just a moment. How about it? Yeah. Okay? So I want my hip bones kind of squared forward, right? I can easily look how low I look. Look how low I look in my pigeon. But my pigeon's all twisted in my hip, which means my SI joints really imbalanced, really not good for them. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to turn and I'm getting my hips forward, even if I'm a little more elevated. but that's going to change how my back thigh is working. Can you feel that stretch there? Yeah, really good, huh? Good. Big inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, simply bend the elbows and melt your heart down, but don't collapse. Round back up. Inhale and lift. Exhale, melt. Get liquid. That's how you'll settle into pigeon better. Round up one more. Inhale. And exhale. Now, I know we all like to just drop our head to the floor, but I'm going to suggest you come to your forearms, your fists for a second, and put your forehead on the fists. So since there's a purpose for everything I do, let me explain that purpose here. When you are doing this, you are keeping your head relatively in a level alignment with your spine, which means two things. Your entire body will feel more comfortable sinking into the pigeon, ultimately giving you a nice deeper stretch without you forcing it. And you are placing your frontal brain, this brain that we overuse all the time, onto this point of contact that's slightly elevated, basically getting that energy to start to release, to get out of the chatter of the head. So feel the weight of the entire length of your spine sinking. Lots of times we really just want to push into that right glute area. Yep, that muscle is getting a stretch, that piriformis, but how about if the entire body releases into the pose a little bit more? Last 2 breaths. One more. And now slowly start to work your way back up. And once you're up, just stay there for a moment. Okay. So now I'm just going to slightly walk my left knee just a smidge back, just a touch back. And I'm going to go ahead and bend my left knee and reach my left hand back. So I walk the knee back because I don't want to be on my kneecap. I want to try to be on the muscle just above that knee if I can. Okay? And as I inhale, I'm going to reach the foot away from me. Boy, that stretches my left shoulder open. And as I exhale, I'm going to pull it into my butt and I'm going to bow down. Ooh, boy, that stretches my left quad. Bring my body up. Inhale, stretch the foot away from me. Let the shoulder stretch open. Exhale, bring it in. Bow down, bring the heel towards the butt, let the quad stretch. Inhale, up, foot back, stretch the shoulder open. Exhale, bow down, bend and stretch the quad. One more time, inhale, up and stretch back. Exhale, bend and bow down. Gently come up, no boomerangs, soft release, hand comes around. Curl your back toes and come back to downward facing dog. Now, tell me you don't feel a difference between the 2 legs. Right? Whew. So in this downward dog, if we want, you can bring your left forearm to the floor. Pick up your right leg in the air. Come onto the right finger pads. Bend the right knee, lift the hip, take a twist. It's the opposite side, half dolphin. You don't have to. You can hold downward dog. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Go ahead and let the hip foot come down. Find your downward dog. Big inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees and elbows. Exhale, round forward to plank, waving through the body out. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees and elbows. Exhale, left leg up into the air. Keeping the right heel up, bend the left knee, take a little twist to that hip now. Open that hip up. Again, the higher the right heel, the more you're saying to my inner thigh, help to support me up into my bum, into my belly, into my pelvic floor. 2 more. Hanging in that right heel down, you're saying, hey, I just want to hang out my joints. Awesome. Level the hip, round the plank, left knee to nose in a plank, armpits over wrists. Inhale back up to twisted dog, open it up. Exhale forward, left knee to left tricep. So you got to be in that plank with that knee way up there. Inhale up and back, twisted dog. Exhale and bring the knee across and plank to right tricep. Beautiful. Inhale up and back. Open the hip and flip your dog. Okay. See you later. Again, right armpit pulling up away from the hand. Back heart moving through to front heart. 2 more breaths. Watch the left hand come up. Place it on the floor. Back to your one-legged dog. Big inhale. Exhale, round knee to nose. Pause in your plank. Left hand a little to center. Turn the right heel down. And right arm to the sky. Feel free to place the left heel outside the right knee for a little more support. Or keep the knee hovering. You're just here for 3 breaths. Back heart to front. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Big inhale. And right hand down. Square your body. Left leg to pigeon. Again, keeping your body upright for a moment, squaring those hip bones, right? Feeling how that actually helps to create more opportunity to lengthen the right front quad and hip. Okay, and I like to have my finger pads, what we call Durga paws. So Durga, the energy of fierce but calm support. 1 more breath. Now inhale, back heart to front to lift up. Exhale, bend the elbows, melting down. Let the forehead come over, round like angry cat up. Inhale, finish by lifting the heart up. And exhale again, round and arch down. Curl back up, inhale, last one. Back heart through the front to lift up and exhale down. And again, stack the fists. Let the head be on the same level line as the spine, so the entire length of the spine gets to melt. So that forebrain gets the message. Get out of the forebrain, settle that nervous system down, release the chatter, and be in your breath. Be here in your body. Right? If you don't stay in your body, there's not a whole lot of good things that are going to happen. When it comes to change, you really got to be in it. How's the breathing, right? That's always opening us up. So breath in Latin means spirit. So when I say how's your breathing, I'm really saying how's your spirit? How's your spirit in your practice? How's your spirit in your life? Is it there with you? Is it guiding you? Is it present? Last 2 breaths. And release your hands, slowly work your way back up. And again, maybe minor shift of the right knee back, just a touch. Bend the knee. Bring the left hand kind of to center, and I reach that right hand back. But again, I'm really trying to avoid rolling open to the right. I want to try to keep squared here. Now, if I pull my right foot back, I feel that big stretch through the arm and the shoulder I get on the right. Big inhale here. Exhale, bend that front arm. Right heel into the butt, bowing down. Yep, you're going to feel that quad stretching. Inhale, back up, reach the foot away. Let the chest and shoulder stretch open. Exhale, bow down. Heel towards the butt, quad stretching. 2 more. Inhale, lift, reach the foot back. Exhale, bow, heel towards the butt. Last one. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Heel comes in. And slowly come up. Gentle release. Hands down. And this time swing that back leg around. Good. Bring your feet into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees apart. But without getting too comfortable here, once you have that good foot position, go ahead and come back onto your forearms. And then slowly roll back onto your back. Take a moment here to just place your hands on your inner thighs up close to your groins. And maybe just this gentle kind of pressing out through that tissue. So you're just sort of sliding the inner thighs away from the groins. Not a big, long push, just a little area. You're just trying to open up the fold there a little bit. Trying to get that space back into the hips. And now go ahead and place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your hara, your spiritual heart, which is just below the V-notch of your ribs, kind of where your solar plexus is. Take a moment here with your eyes closed to feel the pulsations underneath both hands, the natural feeling of the beating of the heart, but how about the motion that is going through the energetic spiritual being? How about the feeling of the breath flowing in and out of you? How about allowing the sensation of the practice to settle in whatever way it's meant to for you for the last few breaths? God bless you. Now feel free to stay here or with your hands where they are, slide your legs out to straight or draw your knees together, rock your knees, or do any other last motion that you want to. And then grab your cool stone if you want to place it on your third eye, or if you want to place it on your heart center or your throat or wherever feels good, on your navel. And allow yourself to settle into whatever position is best to relax your body for a few moments in Shavasana. Knowing that you've received exactly what it is was most important for you to receive tonight. Whether it's a conscious awareness or not, this is where the trust of our practice, our sadhana, your sadhana is your practice. And that doesn't mean just tonight getting on the mat. That means the practice that you do every day, whether you ever get on your mat or not. The practice of being open to the experiences, to responding with love and kindness,